maneuvers that we've already seen, while it hasn't been the wildest of pursuits that we're used to seeing, it's certainly dangerous enough that they are going to think twice about just letting it go. You know, we often see if it's just a simple refusal to pull over and they have enough information, they have the license plate, et cetera, they know where the subject lives, then they can always catch up with them later on in a safe location. In this situation, it's Halloween night, a Monday night, lots of folks on the road, and it's just not worth letting somebody, I mean, you can see just how hard it is to see him with his lights off. If he gets off of the freeway and continues this kind of driving, it could be a very dangerous situation. And of course, as you mentioned, the further east we get here along the 134, eventually onto the 210, if he sticks with the freeway, that'll put him into busy Pasadena, whether he's on the freeway or off the freeway.
Wow.
It's a very populated area where there are lots of people on the road tonight, and the option of just ending this and giving up becomes less likely. Now, we are going to eventually leave LAPD's jurisdiction, and then it will ultimately come down to either CHP or whatever other jurisdiction agency we end up in here. But right now, he's been predominantly on the freeway since we first picked it up. Originally, he was on surface streets in the Pacoima area, so that's where it all started, near Laurel Canyon and Osborne, or at least in that general vicinity, and eventually made his way onto the freeway. So a whole different set of strategies once he's on the freeway here. Right now, again, we mentioned not a lot of traffic, but that is about to change the further east we get.
We can only hope that he's running low on gas, because it's obviously not going to be a very good economy car when it comes to gas mileage of those old models. So hopefully he'll run out of gas or surrender or pull over, because that is a pretty scary situation there.
By and large, those are typically the most peaceful endings, where the vehicle just runs out of gas and the subject does the same thing, and they just kind of lose stamina. Sometimes they try and run for it, obviously. That's always a possibility. If he sees the needle running low and he starts running on fumes, he could look for a hiding spot, and if he's in enough shape, he could try and jump out and engage in a foot pursuit, which we often see here. It's going to be one of those two, I have a feeling, with this particular subject. Again, we don't have any information in terms of his being armed, whether he has a weapon inside the vehicle, nothing like that at this point. But the way he's driving this vehicle is dangerous enough that it's a very dicey situation when it comes to figuring out how they're going to ultimately bring it to an end. But he's now using that shoulder. We've seen a lot of last-minute maneuvers. Here's another one. Last minute over that concrete there, over that gore point, kind of trying to fake out those officers as if he was, as he was showing signs of getting off the freeway, but now once again committing to the 134 as he comes up on the 210 interchange here. Looks like he's going to continue into Pasadena. It's
a good thing in this particular case that he is staying on the freeway, because some of these neighborhoods that he's passed, I used to live in that neighborhood over by San Rafael, and it'd be packed with trick-or-treaters tonight. So you can imagine how many cars are going to be on the road on that adjacent Colorado Boulevard there. Oh boy. Well, we've lost his signal, but we're going to continue to follow this as we pick up Chris's signal as soon as we can. But we will continue on our ABC7 streaming channel, and oh, there we go, got him back. Well, all right, we will try to get that video back for you, but we're watching this chase. There we have it again. This is through the Pasadena area, kind of approaching close to Lake Avenue in Pasadena as he's heading east on that 134, is turning into the 210 freeway. And we're going to continue to keep an eye on that. And you can stay tuned to ABC7.com and the live streaming ABC7 Los Angeles app for more information all through the night. So producer, tell me what I'm supposed to do now. I'm new to this show. All right, well, we're going to talk about Halloween, and it's known for trick-or-treating, of course, but some couples across California are getting married, and it's not a trick. Luz Pena from our sister station KGO shows us they tied the knot with a holiday twist, and you see a lot of, oh, now we're showing back to the White House. This is President Biden, of course, and the First Lady handing out candy at the White House, and they had a lot of kids from firefighters and first responders coming to the White House, and they decorated very nicely, and you could see there Jill Biden with some angel wings or butterfly wings, so that was kind of a nice sight to leave you with. And I hope you're enjoying your Halloween tonight. Stay safe out there and stay off the streets. And we're going to have more on this chase on Eyewitness News at 11 o'clock tonight. We'll give you the very latest. And as you can see, the police there is right behind that stolen vehicle. and perhaps we'll stay with Chris Christie and get more information as we're going to continue streaming this pursuit, so stay tuned. Take care. Have a good night.
Hey, Brian, can you just let him know I've got no icon? Okay, cool. Hey there, Dave. I've got you loud and clear. Thank you. They coming back to me? Okay. So the pursuit continues here now. Once again, we are in Pasadena, off of the freeway now, pulling onto Walnut Street. A number of erratic moves here, occasionally driving the wrong way on surface streets as LAPD and CHP have now both pulled back. CHP took it over and is technically, I think, the primary agency at the moment. However, they've been forced to pull over for safety reasons because he was just traveling too fast in the wrong direction on one of these one-way streets here in Pasadena. Once again, looks like he's going, it looks like making a wild left turn here onto Allen Avenue, and CHP once again right behind him as they are now able to pull back up on him, and you can see they have him lit up, refusing to pull over and slowing down ever so slightly. Still, though, a very dangerous situation with the driving that we're seeing here, showing signs of maybe looking for an exit ramp onto the freeway. Not sure if this is it. This might put him back on the 210 freeway. I think it just may, as a matter of fact. And that will be, again, a much safer situation for all involved here. That driving just for the couple of minutes that he was off the freeway was very concerning, and he's still on surface streets here, coming up on another interchange. It's got an intersection, I should say, at Maple Street and Sierra Bonita Avenue underneath the 210 freeway. And as I mentioned, it almost looks like he's looking for an entrance ramp, but he came through that overpass and is now continuing northbound, right, Brian? Would that be north? South, sorry, southbound on Sierra Bonita Avenue. Again, CHP with one unit right behind him. There was another one a little bit earlier, but again, they all had to pull off when he started going the wrong way. Now, a very residential street here in Pasadena, and you can see he's continuing at about 45 miles per hour, approaching Colorado Boulevard. Looks like that driver's side door is popping open, looking for an opportunity to dump the vehicle, and already showing signs of taking a run for it. In any event, we'll see he's got some hands out the window, or at least a left hand out the driver's side window, gesturing at that officer right behind him, speeding over that speed bump, and now going northbound on Marion Avenue. So northbound Marion, coming up on another intersection here in just a second, a very quiet street, some cross traffic, and we'll see, okay, a left turn, putting him back on the westbound side of Walnut Street, kind of meandering his way through Pasadena. Pasadena PD monitoring this pursuit. LAPD's airship still the agency that's following from above. Is that right, Justin? Is that LAPD, still LAPD, right? LAPD, okay, so LAPD overhead, CHP on the ground down there. There's that night sun, and we'll see just how much time he's got left here. Again, showing signs of dumping the vehicle when you see that driver's side door pop open, indicative of a potential vehicle dump, and that, I think, is how this may end up here. We'll see. He's coming up on another busy intersection, Walnut Street at Lake Avenue. Was here just a second ago through the red light, and now going the wrong way once again. Wrong way on Lake Avenue. Going northbound on the southbound side of Lake, coming up on the 210 freeway. Coming up on the overpass, getting back into the correct lanes, going northbound Lake Avenue. Over the 210, here comes a potential pit maneuver by CHP with lots of traffic around, a perfect opportunity there, spinning the vehicle out of control, and now the vehicle appears to be facing south. I think that's going to bring this pursuit to an end here as you see a little bit of smoke emanating from behind that tree. It looks like the vehicle has been disabled, landing on that median. The driver, it appears, has jumped out of the vehicle as well. So this is a foot bail, and we are going to see which direction he ran. But I am being told that the driver has already fled the vehicle. Come around, keep coming around. All right, so he's being taken into custody, potentially right here behind this tree. Didn't make it very far, but he has come to a stop finally after a textbook pit maneuver on Lake Avenue. There he is. Bingo. Double up on that real quick, if you have light. Little gain. There it is. Nice. All right, so the suspect, the driver of that stolen pickup, now being taken into custody at Maple and Lake Avenue. That pit maneuver, spinning him out, landing him on the median, and now being taken into custody after what was starting to become a really dangerous situation. You saw that judgment call was made to give the go-ahead for that pit maneuver, and CHP, that primary unit, executing a perfect pit, bringing this pursuit to a peaceful and safe resolution. Thankfully, nobody hurt in this pursuit.